Highs will range from 25 to 30 degrees across the lower mainland, and humidex values will range from 33 to 37 degrees. It is going to be hot, it's going to be hazy, and it's going to be muggy. But here down at the Vancouver Canadians, Sophie, it is going to be beautiful as the sun sets. And I wanted to show you this. Don't forget, you can get the Yard Dog, the 3-foot-long hot dog, and I've saved this just for you. In fact, you can share it with Chris and Squire and everyone else at the station, in fact.
I can just have that myself, I bet you. You know how I love hot dogs.
You must have an empty leg or something.
All right.
But anyways, a great time down here, Sophie, and the game starts at 7.
All right, great night for it. Thanks very much, Kristi, and thank you for the for the Yard Dog. Yeah.
That's about 25,000 fewer than last year, 14,000 fewer than 2023, but it's still substantially higher than 2022 and the pandemic years. 235,000 people watched the Superdogs this year, 180,000 pierogies were sold, and 417,000 stuffies were won at Playland Games. This year's prize home draw will be made next Monday, live here on the News Hour.
I ate about 10,000 of those pierogies.
You did you?
I did.
I regret to say I didn't make it down there this year.
Well, it was a great stretch of weather for the PNE. And senior meteorologist Kristi Gordon is at Nat Bailey tonight, where it's the dog days of summer. Kristi.
That's right. You can't beat this night here at Nat Bailey Stadium. Not only are these stands going to be filled with people by 7 o'clock, but also filled with dogs. Dog dates of summer where you can actually bring your own dog down here to Nat Bailey Stadium. And to talk about this is Tyler Zickel. Tyler is with Vancouver Canadians and has been for many years. You know, Vancouver Canadians are typically playoff contenders, but this is the first year in a long time they haven't made it. But still plenty of reason to come down here.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight, the first of the final 6 games of 2025. Certainly a big bummer that there is no playoff baseball for the Seas this year, but the winningest team in the Northwest League over the last 2 decades, you got to share the love sometime, and there's definitely still stuff to play for, including a chance at the best regular season record in Canadians franchise history, a chance to win 4, maybe 5 games this week, and all of a sudden this is the best Canadians team since 2021.
So every day this week there'll be a game, but tonight in particular, you've got your dog here, Rosie, because tonight this sort of stadium is going to be filled with dogs.
Yeah, that's right. Dog Day of Summer Part 2. We had one earlier in the season, which was a smashing success. Over 400 dogs were here. We're hoping for something similar tonight. Rosie doesn't count as one since she's up in the radio booth with me doing the play-by-play, or the bark-by-bark for that matter. But most importantly, it's all about putting on a great time here at Vancouver's largest patio.
And there's still tickets to be had, so if you want to come down here, there's still plenty of time. The game doesn't start until 7 o'clock, and it's starting to cool down here, in case you're wondering. It's a pretty nice down here, that's for sure. So thank you so much, Tyler, for having us, and we will be back not too long. There's a potential that one part of our province has broken the all-time Canadian record for the hottest temperature in September, so we'll have that when I come back.
Hot dogs at the Nat, and let's not forget they have a good 3-foot hot dog you can eat there as well. Rosie's settled right in. Thanks very much, Kristi. We'll check in a little later. Kristi's over in my neighborhood tonight at Nat Bailey, where, I can see dinner's really gone to the dogs too here, Kristi.
These are incredible, Chris. I'll have to bring this back to the studio and we can all share it. We'll have to get everyone involved to get through this type of hot dog. Great night down here, but I want to show you some of the numbers of how hot it has been across the lower mainland and the rest of the province. So Lytton officially hit 40 degrees today, which is certainly the hot spot across Canada, and it broke a record in Lytton. But it is unofficially, we're still waiting to hear from Environment Canada, tied with the all-time hottest temperature across Canada in the month of September. And there's a chance that tomorrow could be even hotter, so they could potentially break that tomorrow. But hot indeed, and it's not just the regular temperature, it's also the humidity. I want to show you when you can get relief. A little bit of relief on Thursday. Tomorrow is expected to be the hottest day, where Lytton, considering it hit 40 degrees today, may hit 41. And then over the weekend, that's when you can expect more significant relief. But when you take into account the humidity, which the humidity, by the way, is expected to stick with us throughout the week. The feels like is increasing those numbers by anywhere from 2 to 4, 5, 6 degrees in some areas, especially along the coast, where tomorrow the Humidex values could be up to 37 in the lower mainland here, which is exceptional, especially for September. Thankfully, because it's September, we're seeing longer nights. We're getting relief. I'm already starting to feel that cooler air shift in now that the sun is setting. But 25 to 30 degrees for the first full day of school for a lot of kids is certainly going to be very hot. And then we will see some relief on Thursday, but more significant relief, as I mentioned, into the weekend. And tonight's weather window, Cloverdale Paint weather window, is coming to you from North Vancouver, where Dan Holmes, someone who I know from the North Shore Winter Club, captured this beautiful shot of the sunset going through the beautiful clouds there. So thanks to Dan for sharing that one with us. And I don't know if maybe, Chris, you could get through this on your own, but Sophie says she can do it on her own. I think we're going to have to. This is going to be a group effort for sure.
Yeah, when you said share it, Sophie was having none of that. She wants her own.
Just hot dogs.
I don't doubt it.
Don't get them very often.
I know. You got to tuck in when you get the chance.
Exactly.
Thanks, Kristi.
Just don't step on it.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
that hurts.
At what point in the beer drinking does the putting the Lego together become more difficult?
Hey, you could be at a baseball game drinking beer instead, and that's where Kristi is tonight. And it's the night where you can bring your dog to the ballpark.
Yeah, we found a little bit of a problem with bringing a dog to the ballpark is that the hot dogs here are so good that the dogs won't just keep wanting to have the hot dog. This is Watson here, and Watson is having a hard time looking at that hot dog. Oh, Watson got it. Watson got the end of it. Lucky guy. All right, we're waiting for the game to start, and it's a beautiful evening down here. Bye.
Sure looks like it. Thanks, Kristi.
All right, that's all the time we have. Enjoy the game tonight.
See you, everybody.
And the hot dogs.